Alright, hey, what's up guys, this is Crypto Clutch here. So, I don't know, this is probably going to go out before my other video, but let's just say that this week has not been a very good week for Crypto Clutch and just mining in general. So, as you can see here, I have a whole lot of Z9 minis, Z9 bigs. There's a couple that are still on, two Z11s that are acting up. I need to figure out what's going on with them. But then Z9 bigs, Z9 minis, Z9 bigs, that are all offline. And you might be asking me, well, why? I mean, they're still making money, not much money, but they're making money. There's a couple over here that are off, and then one more here. There's still three that are on. I have to check to make sure those actually are okay. There's actually probably more that are okay, but I just found out that 50 of my miners got hit by the virus. Now this is the virus that was on the L3s, which I had kicked all of them but one, and the one that was left got plugged into my network here and hit all of my Z9 minis and all my Z9 well, not all of them, but a vast majority of the Z9 bigs and all of the Z9 minis. So basically what I'm making this video is, if any of you guys have had this issue before and if you know how to fix it, please DM me, because the only way I know how to look at fixing them right now is to buy all new control boards for them, which would cost somewhere in the range of $4,000 to $6,000 on miners that make probably $100 a day, if that. Now the Z9 minis definitely doesn't make sense. The Z9 bigs somewhat makes sense. I mean, it's a better ROI time than that. So worst case, I'm going to buy some Z9 big control boards if I can't figure out how to fix it, and put Z9 bigs back online. Z9 minis, I'm going to hope that maybe there's some kind of way. I already have one that I pulled out over there that I'm going to try and see if I can get working somehow, like via like just trying different firmwares and seeing if I can get the virus off of it, and just see what I can do. But it's just been one thing after another. So just a quick recap, since it's probably going to come out before the last video I recorded. I had my main pfSense server got hit by a mouse. So a mouse climbed into it and it took out one of the power supply sense connectors, so it told the server if it was healthy or not. So then the server kept turning off because it thought it lost power supplies, and I had lost internet for 14 to 15 hours trying to get that back online. Then as soon as I got a new pfSense server online, my modem died because the modem I had purchased from Best Buy apparently wasn't compatible with Comcast business internet. It's compatible with regular Comcast internet, but not the business internet. So when they set the new IP address to it, it fried it because it sent too much voltage or something. So then I went to Best Buy, got a new modem, the same exact modem, because this was before they had told me that that's what happened. And then I called the support people. They said, oh, well, your modem isn't supported. And, that took an hour. So that was another hour of it being down. So then I went back to Best Buy, and luckily they had a modem that would support it. So I, bought that and brought it back here. And they set it up in 15 minutes. And then I had internet again. And everything was great. I had fixed it. It had been a rough, 30 hours of just me constantly working on stuff, but I had got it back up. And then now 2 days later, my dad accidentally plugged in an L3 that had the virus on it, and he didn't know, and it was running over here long enough for it to spread to some of my Z9 minis, which then spread out to anything that had the root password, which technically is my fault because I could have updated the firmware, because the ones that didn't get hit, I'm assuming it's because there's an updated firmware. But updating firmware on this many miners is not fun. Granted, with my new software I probably could have done it, but that's looking at the past, and it was working. I'm not messing with it. It's everything was fine. until the virus got plugged in. Now, don't be hating on my dad. He has offered to pay for new control boards for everything, but I'm not really sure if that's the right move. Because like the Z9 Minis are making somewhere in the range of like 30 to 40 cents a day profit, and the Z9 Bigs are making somewhere in the dollar range. So like it'd be like a 100-day ROI on just buying new control boards for it. Now I have been selling them on eBay for about $590 to $650. So if I can sell it for that, then it definitely makes sense, because I only paid like $300 for these miners. So even if I got like $500 per miner, I mean, it's still worth it, because now technically my price per miner would be like $400. So I'd still be making a little bit of money, but the plan was to sell all of these guys and all of those guys and just buy more of these guys that don't have the Bitmain issues of security. Now, they might eventually get hit by some virus, but as of right now, the A9s are way better as far as Bitmain, like, security in general, and they're just way more efficient anyways. So I definitely am a big fan of the A9s, and I have an order for 100 of them. So 100 of them will obviously replace everything I lost by a lot, but I'm short like $2,000 right now. I might be able to get that via my eBay account once I get it unfrozen, but like $100 a day might not sound like a lot, but when I'm scraping pennies in order to get these upgrades, like $100 a day could literally mean me not being able to pay my payment or me making my payment. Because $100 times, let's say I have 10 days until my electricity bill is due, $100, that's what, $1,000? That's a fifth of my electricity bill. So, not having this online is really going to hurt my bottom line, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it without them online. It just depends on how lucky I get with my blocks. I'm going to try and go through as many as I can and get any of them that don't have the virus, or I can change them back off of the virus. I'm going to try and get as many of those online as I can. Once I'm in the, like right now I'm pissed off, because like it's just been a long week, and this is not something I wanted to deal with on top of it. So yeah, I hope if any of you guys have any idea on how to fix the firmware on these guys, definitely let me know. Now I think these are all the version 1.2 hash control boards. So like if you have some of these, they're all the black dashboards or control boards. Sorry, I'm trying to see if one's easy to get to, but they're not really that easy to get to. I could go over there and get one, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I have all the same control boards on all of them, and like I said, I could buy all new ones. I probably, if I can't find something soon on how to fix these, at least I'm going to buy, I think it's like 20 control boards for the Z9 Bigs, because it makes more sense to buy those than it does the Z9 Minis. The Z9 Minis, I'm hoping one of you guys, or somewhere out there, someone sees this and they know about this virus and they fixed it before on the Z9 Minis, because that would at least give me my hash rate. Because right now my options are buy control boards for it, and they'll ROI in like 200 days, which doesn't make that much sense, because these miners are already old. I already have some that have hash boards that are messed up, and then like the market isn't. It recovered a little bit. Today's Sunday, December 11th. So the market has recovered a little bit today, but like if it goes down even just a little bit more, like now all of a sudden these guys are negative profit, and it's going to take, like, it'll never ROI. So like it's hard to justify a $100 control board onto these miners that literally sell on eBay for $150 to $200 a piece. So like the control board is almost worth the same as a whole unit. So it's difficult to say the least. Now, you guys leave a comment down below. Tell me what you would do in my scenario if you would just spend the $5,000 to buy all new control boards and just hope that everything works once you do that, and that everything will return in 3 months or 4 months. Or if you would only buy, like what I'm thinking of doing, only buying control boards for the Z9 bigs that aren't working, and hope to just keep messing with the Z9 minis until you maybe figure it out, or just list them on eBay as 4 parts. Like the hash boards might work, well it should work, but the control boards are messed up. So it's a hard choice, but that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I hope, me being like honest with you guys, it's you can see it's not just money printer go brr. There's a lot of issues that can easily happen. Like one little L3, like one little guy like that, has caused 8 shelves of miners to go offline because it had a virus on it. And I don't know of a way to remove the virus like I could on the L3s. And now some of you might be thinking, well, just do the same thing you did on the L3s. Well, L3s have a different control board and just a whole different method, and it doesn't work like that. You can't, they're not interswappable. Some of the miners you can, but not like any of the, like the L3, like that version. It's like A3s. What else is there? I think there's even a S3 maybe. But anything that has a 3 series after it, you can do that. But yeah, not many are like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep rambling on if I talk about it. But I would really appreciate anyone's insight if they've dealt with this before. And I'll try and upload that other video about the mouse attack soon after this. So hopefully this won't make too much sense. It'll make more sense about why I'm so frustrated. Like it being one thing after another. But it's Crypto Clutch signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace out.